What's up, guys? I'm Tom from Fate Farms PA, and today we are going to talk about the new YANMAR TL 100 VS. This is a new track skid steer that they debuted at the beginning of this year. They put them out on the West Coast first. I watched a couple videos on YouTube. Phil with Digging Deeper. That's where I seen them first, and then I inquired about it through my local dealer, Pro Power Equipment, and I said, I'm going to reach out to you as soon as they hit the floor, and we're going to get one out to demo it. So here we are. This is a brand new machine, and we're going to go all around it and check out the pros and cons of things that we may or may not like. We're in the market for a new machine, so I'm pretty confident that we're going to see a lot of cool things on this machine because YANMAR is top-notch equipment. So let's take a look. So YANMAR and ASV are a sister company, I believe. They have similar track designs where they have a torsion bar suspension. If you look back in there, there's like a torsion there. So it has a very smooth ride. I've yet to actually put this one to work. From all the reviews I've read, that's one of the big things they talk about. So this machine here, I believe, comes in right around 10,500. I'm assuming that's without a bucket. So regardless of the size of machine, when you get up to this caliber, you're probably going to need a CDL to pull it, because once you get a trailer and a machine in Pennsylvania, anything over 10,000 is required a CDL. What this machine is equipped with, the LED light package on the side and the front, and it is also equipped high flow, and it has the bust proof windshield, so if you hit something running a drum machine or whatever, it doesn't come through the cabin and hit you there. So we're going to take a look around the back, the accessibility. You can see the fuel caps right there. I like how all the grease zerks are very well accessible. That's one of the things that I noticed first, because we're big on maintenance. You can see the side marker light. We'll take a quick little video and show what this thing looks like at nighttime, how bright it lights up. I'm going to open up the back here, and we're going to see how much accessibility there is getting to all the filters, the def tank, the battery. So let's check that out. So guys, this is a pretty big machine. I'm 6 foot tall, so you can see how high it is compared to me. A lot of the machines in this class are actually physically bigger. So we're going to open this up. That goes like that. Then you pull this right here. This opens up right here. Then you pull this cable here. That opens up there. Kind of opens up like a flower. So we're going to pull this lever here. And then this gets you full access to the back of this motor, where you can see the fan, your air cleaner. Here's your def tank. The battery's over on that side. Very user friendly. If the battery goes dead and you have to jump it or something. Over on this side is all your access to your water separator and your filters. Through here is where you check the oil, down through there. So we're going to take a look in the front of the cab, get inside the cab, and you can see how much room there is compared to some of the other machines. We're going to hop up in this cab. Nice transition getting up into here. I'm used to the New Holland stuff. They open the other way. I've gone and reached for this twice already and reached to the wrong side. So we're going to step here. 1, 2 into here. And then, like I said, I'm 6 foot, 225 pounds, so has one lever that comes down through here. There's plenty of room here, and it has adjustment on the seat for your weight, so you can go up and down on this adjustment. So if you weigh more, you crank it in, makes it stiffer. But these also go up and down. They have adjustments here. And I'll bring the camera inside so you can check it out. But this right here, you can see where my feet are now. That is actually foot space underneath there. So you can stick your feet all the way underneath there, stretch them out. And we're going to bring the camera inside and so you can see this point of view. So sitting inside the cab here, you can see there's great visibility outside of this cab. And as far as shutting the door from inside, you shut it here, turn the key on, make sure there's no glow plugs. It's pretty quiet in here so far, so what I'll do is turn the AC off there. And here's all the different controls. Has all the multi-functions for the high flow and the wiring harness. This is for your standard hydraulics whenever you're running like a brush cutter and stuff like that. So it does have a gas pedal, or you can do it through here. Some of the cool things that I liked about it is going through this menu. There's all the light functions, stuff like that, windshield wipers. I'm going to turn this off so you can hear a little bit better. But some of the things I thought was cool about this is it has ISO or H pattern. You can switch it through. So you go to the menu and it has a ton of different options. I actually went into joystick profile in the drive, and if you notice, I put everything to the soft mode. So, you know, I am old school. I learned on hand and foot controls. So going to this, I believe it's iOS control is what they call it. It's a huge learning curve here for me. So joystick profile, let's go back there, down here. So propel mode. So ISO or H pattern. So some know about the H pattern. A lot of the old cases came with the H pattern. But this machine here is not equipped with a backup camera. It's all wired for it. It's plug and play. If we decide to get this machine, we are going to get it installed for like $600. But everybody equips things different for different applications. So what we're going to do is fire this thing up and go run it around and check out some different functionalities of it and see how the ride is. So that was my first time actually digging with it. I mean, it's just like anything, guys. I'm a hand and foot control guy, so forward, backward, and you control the bucket and the boom with your feet. So this is a major learning curve for me. I've ran that ISO patterns before. We had to rent some equipment in the past, and Hand and foot controls are becoming a thing of the past, so I have to evolve with the future, I guess. This machine does not come, you can't even order it with hand and foot controls, or I would have ordered it that way. So it's just like anything, it takes time to get used to it. The controls are very smooth. You know, you just have to focus whenever, for me, you know, a lot of the guys, that's what they grew up on, so it's easy for them. But as far as the power, this is a pretty steep incline. You know, I didn't really dig with it, so we're gonna go over and try to find a different part of the property, and we're gonna like dig in and really use the horsepower of this machine, because the other machines that we have are only 74 horsepower. They're below the DEF range. So this is 103.4, 103.5, I believe. And as far as the weight to power ratio, this machine, I believe, is only 1,000 pounds heavier than our 232. So 75 horsepower, you're gaining, you know, that much more horsepower. What is that, 28 more horsepower, going with a machine that's only 1,000 pounds heavier. It's more the torque whenever you're dealing with a diesel, but so far it's pretty impressive, the horsepower it has, and there's only about 5 hours on this machine, so I'm sure it'll loosen up as it gets more broke in. All right, guys, this is gonna be the last test I do with it. This is some really hard strip mine dirt. This property was all land restored from an old strip mine, and I'll be honest, I come cruising down over that hill, hit some bumps, and I braced myself for what I used to think was gonna be a hard impact or whatnot, and that torsion bar track system soaked it right up. So that was the first time I really noticed that it was very cushiony ride. There is a button, I believe it's like a float mode, that even helps even more if you have a bucket of dirt or whatnot in it. So what I'm gonna do is get digging into this pile, and we're gonna try to bear this thing down and see what kind of horsepower it has for loading and stuff. Well, there you go, guys. The TL 100 VS from YANMAR. It's everything it's been hyped up to be. Pretty impressive with the power. You could see it was just digging in there. It was pushing so much power into the pile, it was coming over top of the bucket, and you don't want to do that. So that was a rookie move on my behalf. You don't want to invite dirt over onto your cylinders. But it was spinning the tires before the machine bogged down. So pretty impressed with the machine. There's a few things that are different from it, from what I grew up on. So I'm pretty biased on new hauling equipment, but like I said, it's a learning curve, and I'm definitely interested in getting one of these machines in the future. So like always, we appreciate you watching. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're in the market for a YANMAR piece of equipment, don't forget to look into Pro Power Equipment in Mount Pleasant, PA. They do deals all across the United States. Great guys to deal with. Take care.